guys, today is my 17 weeks update. Let's hop in and show you a little shot of my bump this week. And now let's hop into some exciting stuff. The highlight of this week has definitely been some movement, which is really, really exciting. I will honestly say that when I first found out I was pregnant and I started reading, or well, I guess before I got pregnant, I was reading all the different pregnancy vlogs and all that kind of stuff. I thought for sure when I start feeling the baby move, it's gonna be creepy, it's gonna be weird, it's gonna freak me out, it's gonna be kind of like an alien's in there. But honestly, when you really feel it, it's not like that at all. It's amazing. And that totally surprised me myself, because I really thought I was gonna be like, OMG, this is not cool. But it's actually very, very cool. I am really, really happy. Every time I feel him, it just makes me like super, super happy. So let's say in week 15, I would try really hard to feel him, but I never felt anything. And then in week 16, I was starting to feel a little bit of the flutters, or like quickening, or whatever they call it, just kind of a general feeling of differentness, but not quite real movement and stuff. You know, like I was just kind of like, I think I feel something, but I'm not totally sure if that's really him. This week, week 17, I definitely know that it was him. On Monday night, I went for a run, just a mile run walk thing in my neighborhood. And when I came back, Justin was making dinner. It was about a half hour later. I was sitting at the counter, like talking to Justin. All of a sudden I was like, oh my goodness. And I put my hands on my belly and I stared at Justin, and the look on Justin's face was just priceless. It was just as great and sweet and amazing and genuine as when we first saw a baby on the ultrasound for our very first ultrasound. That was like the same face that he gave. Like he was really like, because I was like, I think I felt him. And it was like, it was kind of like that like a, I don't know. Okay, I think I told you guys in week 16 that I felt like kind of a tap, but I wasn't totally sure if that was him. But then on Monday, when I totally for sure felt him, it felt like a tap and a roll. Like he hit my uterus and then rolled away from it or something. Kind of like a popcorn kind of feeling that people describe, but more, I just tap and roll is just like how I can describe it. I can't tell you how else it kind of feels like, but that's what it felt like. And I was like, dude, that's definitely him. So that was on Monday, and then a few days went by. I just kind of felt like the regular quickening kind of feelings that I was having before. And then on Thursday I felt another movement too, and it was around 10 or 10:30 in the morning. And I don't know if you guys watched, but like Leisha, she has Leisha vlogs, but she's ex-Barkage here on YouTube with all our beauty stuff. When she was doing her pregnancy vlogs, she described the first feelings as kind of like a sinking feeling, where like if you're going up and down a hill, and like that point when you come down the hill and the way your stomach kind of like sinks, that's the feeling that she described. And I was like, that's not what it feels like. You know, I was just starting to kind of have a little bit of feeling, and I was like, that's not what it feels like. But on Thursday, that's what it felt like. And it was about 5 minutes apart, and that's the best way I can describe it. That's what it felt like a sinking kind of feeling. Not very long, just like a split second kind of feeling. And I felt that like 2 or 3 times on Thursday in the morning. And then the coolest thing on Thursday was me and Justin were laying on the couch watching TV, and I felt him move like 3 or 4 times with like that popcorn kind of feeling. And that was really crazy, because it was like so fast, and it was like all of a sudden, like many times, you know, not just like one time. It was like, that was definitely him, because I kept feeling it like several times. I mean, it was just a split second each time, but it was just so many times in a row that it was like, whoa, what the heck is going on in there? And when I felt that on Thursday night, Justin came over and he put his hand on my belly and he put his head on my belly, and I was like, he's done. He's not doing anything else. Not that we could feel him from the outside yet, but it was just really sweet that Justin was like, you know, I want to tell Justin when I feel him, but it's also like I feel like I don't want to make him jealous, and I don't want to make him sad that he can't feel him, you know? Like I feel like it's like I'm bragging about it or something when I try and tell him about feeling Calvin moving. And so I don't know, I want to tell him because it's exciting, but I don't want to tell him too because I don't want him to be like jealous or like mad at me that I'm like boasting about feeling him, because he can't feel him, you know? So from what I've read, it can be anywhere from a couple weeks to like a month from now that we'll actually be able to feel him from the outside. So I don't want to be like talking about it all the time and making Justin jealous, but also it's just really cool and new and exciting, and I want to tell like everybody about it. So I just want to get that out of the way. All the movement stuff was definitely the highlight of the week, and that was the most exciting thing. Let's just talk about some random other stuff for now. I've definitely noticed, both in concerns with my bump and with my emotions, that I get more angry about people's comments about it. I don't know if I'm just like growing a short temper, or if I don't know why I let silly, stupid stuff get to me. And I know I went on about that in last week's blog post. I was just rambling about all kinds of stuff. I was ranting about stuff, but I don't know why I let comments get to me. Like people who are like, oh, your bump is so big, or oh, why don't you have a bump yet? Like, what? It just, everyone's comments make me, I just want everybody to just not even comment on it. But I know, I'm just being crazy. I know. So with the food stuff, I'm still feeling totally 1,000,000% hungry all the time. I don't know if it was this week or last week, but me and Justin had a pizza, and I ate 75% of that pizza. He had like 2 slices, which is usually the opposite. That's not how it goes. I usually have 2 slices, and he has the rest. I felt like a pig. I felt terrible about it. I was like, holy cow, I'm gonna weigh 1,000,000 pounds by the time Calvin is born, and I really did. I felt so bad about it, but I was like starving. I was like, I need all this food. I know I don't need all that food, but that's just how I felt. Sleep has been okay. It's kind of back and forth-ish. My belly is definitely at that point where it bugs me a lot. Like I totally cannot lay on my tummy. I can't lay on my back. Like everything just kind of sucks. Like no matter how I lay down, I have to shift a lot. I can't just stay in one spot very long, but I only have a couple of options really. My snuggle definitely helps. I love that thing. It is so comfortable. Awesome. My cats love the snuggle. The snuggle is just really cool. Definitely a great investment if you're thinking about it. It was like 50 or 60 bucks, which is like, oh my goodness, you know, but I think it's worth it because it's really, really awesome. I had a couple weird dreams. Let's see. I dreamt about makeup. There was amazing all matte eyeshadow palette. I mean, that's just the crazy makeup lady in me. Dreaming about makeup, that's not weird. But then also that, I think it was the first day that I felt Calvin move when we were at the counter and Justin saw me and everything. That night he had a dream that he could feel Calvin move, so I thought that was kind of cool. Justin's actually like, at the beginning he had a lot of weird dreams, but he hasn't really told me much about them lately, so I don't know if he's still having them, but he just had that one this past week. Oh, and then like I had a dream about a ghost. I have written on my blog here, I had a dream where I was standing in this room and kept walking past this one particular spot, and it was very cold every time I passed it. And I mentioned it to the person who was with me. I don't know who the person with me was. I can't remember who that was in my dream, but they said it was a ghost, and I was feeling the ghost as I was like walking through the ghost. So that was kind of a weird dream to have because okay, ghosts freak me out, but I'm not totally sure if I actually believe in them. So like having that dream, I woke up and I was kind of like, whoa, what the heck's going on here? My energy is still going great. I'm so happy about that. I mean, that just makes me super happy. I've been pretty good about exercising this week, which is like really exciting. I'm very happy about that. If you guys watched my vlogs here on this channel this time last year, I was running from January until probably March, April-ish. I would run about 1 mile a day or so, and I was really into it, and I was having a good time, and I was seeing myself progress and everything, and then crazy things started happening, buying this house and getting married and all that crazy stuff started happening, and like too many things were going on, and I kind of like threw it to the side as we were like building a life together. But anyway, I've been trying to get back into running, and I don't know if it's just because I haven't ran in a year, or if it's like the extra weight that I have, because I've definitely gained weight, or what it is, or the combination of the both, because I suck, man. I cannot run a whole mile. I can hardly run half a mile. Not really running, kind of like jogging. I'm not really like sprinting or anything, I'm just kind of jogging, but I suck at it. I'm nowhere where I used to be, nowhere close to where I used to be. So I call it running a mile after work, but it's really more like run, walk, run, walk. That's kind of how I do it. And I suck, and it's not very good timing, and you know, but at least I'm going out and doing something, and I've been very proud of myself for doing that. I've been kind of into a little bit of different workout videos, just kind of shorter stuff. I don't know, it's hard for me when I get into jogging or whatever. I really kind of throw the other workout stuff to the side. I can't just alternate between the two. I need to find a good balance between the two, but I've always kind of sucked at it. I'm like either cardio or strength. I can't put the two together. It doesn't work like that, but I've tried really hard to. I've been trying to get like a kind of a balance between the two. I love to go for walks. Me and Justin went for a walk last weekend, and we were gonna go for a walk today, but it's snowing outside and I don't think Justin wants to go. I'd go, but I don't think Justin wants to go. He hates the snow. So I don't have any snow boots here either. They're at my parents' house. I gotta remember that. Anyway, I think I'm rambling. Let's go on to the next section. What do we got here? Let's talk about some random physical symptoms. This video is probably going to be kind of long. All right, let's see. My knees. I've noticed I've been doing lunges and stuff in the workouts that I've been doing, and my knees kind of hurt me. I never had any kind of aches or anything before, so that's kind of strange to me that they're kind of hurting. Maybe it's the working out coupled with the extra weight. I don't know, but they also say that your like joints loosen and stuff. I don't know if it's too early for that. I'm only 17 weeks, but all these things combined, my knees have been hurting me. Round ligament pain. Don't have to say any more about that. I had a little bit of cramping the last couple of weeks, but I talked to my doctor. She said it's totally cool. I haven't had any spotting. I haven't had any spotting throughout the entire pregnancy, so she said as long as it's not like crazy intense and as long as I'm not spotting, everything's good to go. And also another thing that keeps bugging me, people keep asking me if my morning sickness has started yet. I mean, it's mostly dudes, so I'm sure they have no idea about the timeline of pregnancy, but I'm like, dude, that was like last trimester. I'm like, what are you talking about? What am I? No, my morning sickness has not started lately. I don't know, just silly little comments like that upset me. I don't know what's wrong with my emotions lately, but those kind of things just make me go, what the heck is going on? Let's talk about some random things that happened this week. We had our New Year's Eve party, which was technically still week 16, but I don't know if I talked about it last week. And I stayed up until like 1:30, and I was like, oh my goodness, so proud of myself for staying up that late because my energy is finally back, guys. I mean, like seriously, it's really the coolest thing ever. Justin and I also went and saw the new Star Wars movie. I'm not like a diehard Star Wars fan at all, and neither is he really. I mean, we've seen the Star Wars movies, and we just kind of, hey, let's go do something. So we went and saw one at a 7:40 p.m. show. I don't even remember the last time I went to a nighttime movie show. So that was pretty exciting. Even though that theater was super duper uncomfortable, I just felt like everything sucked. It was one of those theaters where they had the reclining seats and everything, and it's supposed to be nice and fancy and whatnot. But I was so uncomfortable the whole time. And then like the last like 45 minutes, I was like, I need to pee, but I know it's gonna end soon. I can't go pee now. I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I really needed to pee. I couldn't get comfortable. My legs were like I think I have the restless leg syndrome. It's like I just could not get comfortable. Everything just sucked. I would recline up, I would recline down. I didn't know what to do with myself. Nothing was comfortable. My sister and I did some painting last weekend. She made 3 different canvases for Calvin's room. They're birch tree canvases. I think I have pictures up on the blog. If not this week, from last week. I have them up there somewhere. But she painted those, and then I painted just a little something for our entryway kind of area. I've been really into the crafty stuff lately. My mother and my sister are both very crafty people. They just love to, you know, sew, and my mom does pottery and stained glass, and like they just love to do things. And I was never like that. I always called my makeup my craft. This is the artwork that I do. I'm not into all that other stuff, but lately I've been kind of into it. So that's cool. I like that. It's fun, something to do. So I think I covered pretty much everything. I know this is a little bit longer video. I've been trying to keep them under 10 minutes lately, but this one's probably definitely gonna be over the 10-minute mark. But if you wanna read a couple other random little things that I was kind of thinking about this week, I will have my link to my blog post like I always do every week for week 16. It will be down there. It's always down there in case you guys are wondering. But I just kind of ramble about a few other things down in the very bottom paragraph of my blog post. I put like random thoughts and others random stuff. If you want to read that, I have some more stuff there on the blog. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know what other kind of pregnancy videos you would like to see, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye bye.